Hello humans, and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode... Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, Atlas Mega 10 Monday, baby. Oh man, today I want to talk to you about what makes the Shin Megami Tensei universe so unique. And that's the monsters, right? That's the combat system that pretty much is the guiding rail of the series. Except for my favorite game, which is Raidu, which is action-packed, baby. Action-packed. The turn-based system is something that I like to play when I'm going through things. It is so unforgiving. This is what makes this unique. This is what makes it enduring and endearing, for all these years. You have to remember, monster collecting started with Shin Megami Tensei 9 years before you even saw Pokemon. If anything, Pokemon is just a ripoff of Shin Megami Tensei, a kid's version, if you will, or an easier version, if anything. But anyway, going through this pandemic, and I really have been personally having a tough year. Work is fine. I'm luckier than most to where, I work in an essential industry. So I never stopped working during this whole time. If anything, I worked more. And it really helped me, to not go nuts being locked up and being, far away from my friends and family and my loved ones, And the weekends are actually the toughest part of it. And I've been playing a lot of Shin Megami Tensei. I'm showing you some Persona 4 here as I'm going back through the games. And one little mistake and you're done with these games, and especially if you're not too familiar with the monsters you're battling, or the demons you're battling, I'm sorry. It could all be over. You could be grinding for an hour, trying to level up and trying to get items and what have you, and then all of a sudden all that time is gone, and it's really helped me take up the bulk of my time when I'm getting restless, when things haven't gone particularly well, or when I'm not feeling great. It makes the time go by in a fun way, for the time that I'm engaged with the games or the games. I just disconnect. I really disconnect from everything else, and I just concentrate on the gameplay, which is awesome. Which is for me a great therapy sometimes, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed or I have something in the back of my mind. This is what I gravitate towards, and the fact that you can play these games and lose a whole afternoon. I played this game where, I start playing at lunchtime, and next thing I know, it's 7 o'clock. I put that much time in it and maybe didn't even make that much progress in the game. Because, there are new areas. You have to remember, I'm coming to these games for the first time, right? I have a love for this series, but some of the games I've never played before, and it makes it awesome for me. It's a whole new experience, especially in these times where, everybody's excited about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, which neither one I could get because, while everybody's in line, I'm actually at work, trying to make a living. And it makes the time go by in a great way. It relaxes me, it disengages me from the outside world. I'm just concentrating in the game, looking forward to the next battle. I'm a grinder myself. I love to grind. I love, I always do this. I go to the boss, get my ass kicked severely, and I just try to see what the boss is doing. I tried a couple of different tactics and see what's going on and how he's reacting, and see what he's weak to and what was successful and what wasn't. And then based on that, I go grind and I try to get the things that I think will work to beat a particular boss, and of course level up. And that takes a while. That takes a while. And the stories of these games are pretty cool. I have to say they're engaging enough to where it's not only the battle, you're looking forward to what the next thing that's going to happen is. For the majority of the series, I'm not going to say all of them are that way, where they have you entranced in the storyline, but for many of the games, and for different kinds of players, you have Persona players, you have Shin Megami Tensei players, but regardless, it's one universe. I sometimes I understand the divide. Shin Megami Tensei for me is a better experience than Persona. As far as gameplay, as far as spending an afternoon of entertainment, then I don't mind playing Persona. Persona's great. Persona 5 was awesome. I'm really enjoying Persona 4. But I play them for different reasons, and it just tends to be that when I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei is when I'm going through more stress. I just don't really feel like being happy, That's probably I get my and Shin Megami Tensei kicks your ass. There's no problem there. You're not gonna feel happy. You might feel accomplished, once you've cleared an area, cleared a boss, what have you, gone through a couple of battles. But happiness is not what you feel. You feel a sense of accomplishment. You're just looking forward to the next encounter, to the next battle, and it really keeps you engaged that way. For me, this game has been, the series, Shin Megami Tensei, it like fell from heaven, just at the right time when I was going through. The first time I played this game was right after surgery, when I was just sitting there, in a bed. I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything, and it made the time go by. Even though it wasn't the game that I intended to play, it really made time go by. And as my luck would have it, shortly thereafter I would have another surgery, and the same thing applied, man. Between, I think it was 2017, between 2016 and 2017, I think I was maybe upright for all of 3 months tops. The rest I was in bed, not really able to move all that much. I'd shoot a video here or there, but a lot of times I just wanted to do something just to get up, and do other things and talk about these games, And once again, I like to share my experiences about these games, because everything that's pretty much had to be said about these games has been said. And what makes these games unique between all of us, it's the experiences we share, And I'm sure glad that I have these games in this time, in this pandemic. There are many things that I'm going to remember about this time, the turmoil, the stress, all of that. But I'm also going to go down with a fond memory of the games that helped me pass this time, and get through it and stay positive and accomplish all the things I wanted to get accomplished through this time. Anyway, humans, I hope you guys are staying blessed out there, man. I hope you guys are going through this pandemic as best as possible and really are trying to stay positive. And, before we know it, this will be over, and we'll get to travel and do other things, and and that's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm just gonna grind away, not only at work, but with the Shin Megami Tensei universe, and I'll move forward. Alright, humans, never be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.